Hello guys, how you doing? Full time here at Old Trafford. Manchester United 1, Arsenal 1. A strange game to analyse. I have to say, I think we have David Raya to thank for the point. He made a series of really good saves in the second half. Questions will be asked of his positioning on the first goal. The Bruno Fernandes free kick. I think you'll look at the wall as well, which was apparently 11.6 yards back. I wonder if Mikel Arteta will have something to say about that in his post-match press conference. But it didn't go in the centre of in the corner of the net. You know, went quite centrally. Raya perhaps beaten a little too easily. I think the goalkeeper coach. I remember speaking to someone before about how the goalkeeper coach really likes to emphasise the goalkeeper protecting their own side. Maybe their positioning is a little bit too aggressive in that respect. We saw the consequence of it there. Listen, if there was any question mark over Raya, he redeemed himself massively with those second half saves. I think my favourite was the one from Mazraoui. Just because of the speed it came in the volley, the way he was able to stick a foot out, turn that around the post. The Xerxes one, I think, you know, he was kind of right place, right time, and I think Xerxes might question his decision on that finish. And then in stoppage time, he claws one out the net, and that's the difference between 1 point and 0 points. That'll be disappointing to Arsenal fans that we're here at Old Trafford in one of United's sort of historically bad seasons, talking about our best performance potentially being from a goalkeeper. This is a game Arsenal would have wanted to win, perhaps even expected to win. And actually, I think in terms of kind of the way the game unfolded tactically, the second half was quite chaotic. I think the first half was maybe a bit more instructive, a bit more interesting. Arsenal so dominant, you know, but lacking that cutting edge. It was a very typical Arsenal performance, particularly against a struggling side who were going to fall back into a low block, a back three at times, or back five at times. And Arsenal struggled to break them down. There were chances. Mikel Merino screwed his finish wide of the near post. A couple of other moments maybe. But we didn't have that cutting edge. And it's interesting, you know, there's a lot of focus on the centre forward. But in a game like this, your centre forward isn't actually involved very much. They're kind of stood between the width of the post waiting for it. Really, in this sort of game, you're looking at the players outside that penalty box, you know. Your number 8s, your wide players. Is there enough creativity there? I think Ethan Ranieri struggled a bit today, perhaps against a right-footed left-back in Dalot, who was much more comfortable when Ranieri went inside. I think Odegaard continued his good form from the week, but yeah, we just didn't have quite the penetration that you would look for there. The combination play. It's funny, Arsenal once upon a time was a team packed with sort of diminutive playmakers in the number 10 mould, and now they lack that. They lack that. So yeah, I might write about that for the morning for The Athletic. I think that's an interesting talking point. You know, it's not just about the centre forward, it's about the creativity in other areas of the team. But there you go. Free kick to United on the edge of the box. Leandro Trossard, I think, gave the ball away and made a foul for a booking. And you sort of thought, sod's law, this is going to go in. Arsenal been so dominant, failed to make the most of it. Lo and behold, Bruno Fernandes steps up, yet again punishes Arsenal with a moment of quality, and it's 1-0, and it's very difficult then because there's going to be even less space available. You know, United's game plan becomes even more clear. In the second half, we changed it up. We tried different things. Gabriel Martinelli came on. That was a big moment today. You know, I think him being back in the squad a little bit ahead of schedule as well is very, very welcome sight. He played off that right-hand side and looked a threat at times. Merino went back into midfield, Trossard went centre forward, Tierney came on at left wing ahead of Raheem Sterling, which I think tells quite the story. And it was Declan Rice in the end who got our equaliser, stepping on to a cutback from Jurrien Timber and sweeping a ball into the far post. He really celebrated that one. It was interesting. I think Gabriel Martinelli was saying to him, "What are you celebrating for? Come on, get on with it." Well, about 10 minutes later, Declan Rice produced one of the moments of the game with a brilliant tackle inside his own penalty area to deny Højlund, and he celebrated that one, and I think that was quite justifiable in the circumstances. But there you go. It became quite chaotic, quite end-to-end in that second half. The ball sort of bouncing from goal to goal, really, as both sides looked for that winner. Couple of moments for Arsenal late on. Trossard screwed one wide just after that Rice tackle. There's a moment from Martinelli who hit the bar, but he was offside after an Odegaard shot was saved by Onana. But I have to be honest and say United came closest. United came closest for all Arsenal's domination at times. And that is a concern. That is a concern. We go on to Wednesday now, PSV. I think Mikel Arteta might change the team up a bit. Gabriel Martinelli will be looking to start, won't he, after making his comeback today. I wonder if there might be games for a few others. Zinchenko, Jorginho, who knows? Maybe even Sterling. Ben White, another you'd think could really benefit from some minutes there. But I don't think it'll be a team of kids, despite the advantage. It's interesting, isn't it? We come off the back of 7-1 against PSV and struggle really to create chances with the same regularity here against United. I do think the Champions League suits us a bit better, or has suited us a bit better this season. Teams are a little bit more open, a little bit more onus on them to come and play. They play with a bit more personality. In the Premier League, time after time, we meet teams, particularly in the bottom half of the table, and I'm delighted to say United are among that group, who are prepared to sit in and make it hard work for us. And we make hard work of it too at times. So often we've relied on set pieces to kind of break these games open. At the moment, they're not quite coming off with the same regularity. I think that was kind of inevitable, that we couldn't sustain that level of performance on set pieces throughout the season, especially without the delivery of Bukayo Saka. And we're just seeing a consequence of missing something in attack. Thank goodness we didn't lose. Would have been very, very disappointing. I'm off to Mikel Arteta's press conference now. Be interested to see what he makes of it. And on to Eindhoven on Wednesday. Hope you're all really well. Thank you for watching as always. Please subscribe for more videos, and I'll chat to you soon. Take care. Bye bye.